Actually, 3, Bruce. I'm going to change it. Let me know when I have 3.
We have 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
2.
All right, cool. Everybody can hear me fine, right? I know I'm kind of quiet, so apologize. I try to speak up. Yeah, Chad Erchul with King Solutions. You hear King Solutions every week, and I try to explain what we do, and it's perfect that I get to have 10 minutes to elaborate upon that a little bit. I've been at King for almost 13 years now. I worked in the operations side, and for the last 2 years I've worked in sales. So I've worked in both areas, which makes me, I feel, a little more effective in knowing what my customer wants and needs. So I want you all to imagine something for a second with me, okay? You are the CFO of a huge corporation, okay? You live in the UK. You have 20 different companies within your group, and they're all in the United States. Each one of these companies manufactures a different product, okay? Each one of these companies ships these products out to the customer base. They also ship to the other 19 facilities. These companies also receive product from multiple vendors across the country, as well as internationally, and they receive product from the other 19 companies. Okay, you're in the UK, right? Sounds like a pretty big undertaking, correct? What about your visibility to everything that's happening? Okay, if you're in charge of this company, you need to hire individuals at each of these companies to manage the logistics or the freight of moving this product out to the customers, bringing the product in for production. Okay, there's a lot of overhead there. And also, again, that visibility to know when the product's coming in for production. Making sure that that special piece that somebody needs to finish their product, make sure that gets to them in a timely fashion. When that doesn't happen, or you don't have visibility, additional time and money is spent, okay? So it's not just your overhead of an employee's salary, but it's also that downtime, maybe for production. What I just described to you is the perfect customer for King Solutions, and you have this in front of you with a very handsome gentleman on the front of it. A few people will have asked if that's my grandfather or somebody like that, but no, but it's the perfect customer. And this is the individual that started this company that I was describing. IMI is the name of the company. All right, it was started in the UK in 1862, so they've been around a long time. And what makes this the perfect customer for King Solutions? It's not because they are huge and have a lot of revenue. That's good, okay? It's good for King. But the most important thing is because they're diverse, all right? We know we can help them. They need greater control. And the number one thing, it's a true partnership. They understand what a third-party logistics company is, and that's what King is, a third-party logistics company, and what the benefit is to them, okay? King has about 100 employees. We're a $55 million company. We were almost 72 years ago before the wonderful drop-off in business. But we're climbing back up, and hopefully next year we're going to be 65. Okay, but we're not overly huge, but we can service a company of this size because of the way we're structured. So go ahead and turn to page 1 real quick. I'm going to tell you a little more about IMI. You can see 5 industries are listed here, okay? So it's not all the same product. Every one of their companies does something a little bit different, but they're all involved in fluid or beverage distribution, okay? Has anyone heard of the company Cornelius? They manufacture the Pepsi and Coke machines. That's one of their business units, okay? If you look at the bottom here, you see severe service. What that means is they create pieces for, I'll give you an example here, in this case, the Hoover Dam. They created a valve that the Hoover Dam needed to continue running. They needed to manufacture it and have it there in under 24 hours, but it was too large to put on an airplane. So they came to King, obviously, in this partnership to move that piece to them. We got it there in time, in a costly manner, gave them visibility, and they were able to, I guess, keep the Hoover Dam running. So it's kind of an interesting thing there. Okay, next page real quick. This company, again, is large. U.S. road freight is what we're calling this project, meaning that all their product is basically moving on the ground, okay? And it's moving within the 40 contiguous states for the most part. They have about $20 to $25 million in freight revenue, meaning that they're paying carriers or trucking companies $20 to $25 million to move that freight to and from their facilities. Okay? But in doing so, they had to partner with 10, 20, 30 different carriers to get this done. With King and that true partnership, King is that single source for them, so they can leverage all their volume with King. We move all their freight for them. They have visibility on one website to see all their activity. We can then run reports to show them what their overall freight costs are. Okay, if they didn't partner with King, again, they would have 20 different facilities that had different relationships with different carriers. They wouldn't know when product was coming in. They wouldn't even know what their freight spend is. So as a CFO of a huge company, you're spending $20 to $25 million in freight. Well, you think you're spending that much, okay? But you're having to pull that from a lot of different silos to understand that. So that's one huge benefit of our partnership. If you look at this, what this program includes, okay? Get transportation, also in Canada. Not a whole lot of Mexico or air freight or small package, but that's something in that true partnership. We talk with them every week, and those are next steps. Okay, let's bring on the small package. Let's bring on the international. Let's bring containers into the United States for them. Single source, better visibility, more volume, more leverage. The next page just shows you where those shipping locations are throughout the U.S. King does not just ship and manage freight from and to Minnesota. It can be from anywhere in the world, truly. Obviously, we do more volume within the United States. You can see where they're located, all over the country. Okay? And they have a dedicated team at King that manages all that, so they don't have to manage it themselves in-house. Why King is on the next page. We went to Chicago and we were up against C.H. Robinson. Has anyone heard of C.H. Robinson? Huge third-party logistics company in the billions of dollars. Okay, publicly traded. Look in the business section. You'll see their shares or their stock in there. We were selected over C.H. Robinson to be IMI's their partner for this program. Why? Because King's responsive. They know they're going to get that personal touch from King. They're going to talk to the same people every day. Okay? That happened fast again. I know everybody said this. Because of our size. And the con would be maybe they don't think that we have enough resources out there, but we do. We have over 1,000 partner carriers in our program that we can utilize at any time. Okay? We simplified their pricing. Obviously, have to be cost competitive. Okay? But also be able to track that. And the easier it is to look at your pricing and understand it, the better it is for them. Our IT integration. We have 8 IT individuals on site that create and can modify any type of website for them. So the pass of information is much easier. And then that dedicated account team I talked to you about. We have, if you look on the next page, 8 people that are dedicated to their activity. So they talk to the same people every day. They live it. Okay? They understand that you're not talking to one of 20 people. And then the next couple pages, and I'm going to kind of speed through that real quick to take a look on your own time. There are different graphs and charts and reports that we provide for them. Okay, if you use 20 different carriers, you think you would have all of this in one spot to look at all of your freight? Okay, look at all of your history. So these are things that we provide to them. They can pull up at any time, weekly, monthly, yearly, and then we meet with them a couple times a month and have quarterly reviews. Real quick.